Eddie, one of the big things that a lot of people ask me questions about because they've never used a lender, they've never bought a home, they're scared of the process because it's like, man, I'm spending all this money. I don't know who to choose. I don't know who to trust. What is something that you could tell a first-time home buyer that will help them, or at least alleviate some of the stress when sitting down and actually finding a lender? Like, what does it take to work with a good lender? How do you vet them out?
That's a great question. Usually what I tell people is, a mouth can say anything. So obviously it's safe to assume that most lenders are gonna do their best to talk themselves up. My first recommendation is to check their resume. As Corey mentioned, we found each other on social networks. I can't remember if it was he or I that reached out first, but I know we followed each other for a while and we took a liking to what we were posting, what each other was posting as far as videos and content. And I think it might have been me that reached out to you and then say, hey, I like what you're doing. I love your content. Let's meet up. It's not too much different when it comes to being on the borrowing side or buying side of that thing. So if you're looking for a good lender, hopefully it's me, of course. But if you're looking to vet a good lender or anything these days, social networks, Google, obviously, there's many powerful tools at your disposal. I mean, we each probably have one of these devices, a cell phone or a smartphone, where you can do a quick Google search, Edward Ford Mortgage, Corey the real estate guy, whoever it is you're talking to, take a second to Google them and see, what kind of footprint do they have out there? What kind of experiences are people having with them? Because obviously when you go to the source, they're not going to tell you, I'm a bad choice, right? They're going to tell you exactly. So take a second to check them out, and it literally takes seconds. You do a quick Google search, see what kind of reviews they have, and then reach out to them personally and see what the vibe is. What kind of answers are you getting to your questions? How quickly are you finding that there's a lot of pauses in their responses? Because unfortunately, you're going to have good and bad in just about every industry. You're going to have people that tell you what you want to hear. And sometimes it's not maliciously that they misinform you, but sometimes people are going to misinform you. Sometimes it is maliciously, but sometimes you're going to have people that are so quick to get you an answer that they're not necessarily too concerned about whether or not it's the right or wrong answer.
Right.
They just want to give you an answer because they think that's the best thing to do. And I think years of doing this has taught me that I don't know everything. I do try to keep my thumb on the pulse of what's going on and constantly learn every day.
Yeah. But
if there's ever something that I don't know 100% and I don't have the answer, hopefully the majority of the questions I will be able to answer on the spot.
Right.
But if I'm not, I'm gonna let you know, that's a great question. Let me make sure, I think it's this, but let me double check for you and get you that right answer. So long story short, too late. I would check somebody's online resume and then get a personal feel for them through a quick conversation and kind of go from there. Obviously, pricing is a very important part of that puzzle or piece of the puzzle, but one would hope that most people in our industries are going to price competitively. I think it's important that you're dealing with somebody who knows what they're doing, because